Welcome in, beautiful souls. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and if you're returning, I'm so glad to have you back. So, I was wondering what was going on in the ether today, and I pulled out my big deck, which is probably more than 1,000 cards, I would think. Anyway, I a few cards popped out here, as you can see. Now, I was getting the number 333 while I was setting this up, and the message that came through was it was for encouragement. They said that you will see this number when you're going through a transition, self-doubt, or burnout. And this number is to urge you to reconnect to your purpose and something about big dreams and to take action. Also, I was receiving some sinus pain. So I don't know if it's your third eye trying to open because it came in very quickly. It just kind of, there was a lot of pressure, a little bit of pain, and then it dissipated. Also, I kept getting the quote, same shit, different day. And that just kept repeating on a loop, same shit, different day. So I believe that you're going through something that is, again, a repeated cycle that you're just tired of, you're sick of it, you've had enough. And Spirit has now stepped in and wants you to trust, I guess is the biggest thing, is to trust. So that's the biggest word today is trust. I threw some of my astrology dice here just to get a feel of what's going on. And the South node came out, which is about being in your feelings, dealing with the past, emotions, traumas, disappointments, all of that. And it came out on the Aquarian sign. Now, again, this is not about that you're an Aquarius. This is just the energy of an Aquarian. Sorry. So, Aquarian energy, first off, the first thing that I got when this dice popped out was um, that they have like these really big ideas, and sometimes they just sit on them and they don't move forward with them. And then it just backed up like that pre-download about your something about your dreams here. And to take action with those. I'm getting some interference. Hold on. It's funny because I was getting, I think you have something negative that's been plaguing your life. And I believe it's because you are a healer or an empath, anything along those lines. And maybe that's something that you've been denying. So we're going to try to pull that out of you today, to pull it out of you. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Um, Also, Aquarians, they thrive when they feel free. So I don't know if you have, because I was having some throat here issues, like I don't know if it's you don't feel free to express yourself at this time. And I don't know why that is. So we're going to dig into the cards and find out. They also wanted me, and it was, I was upheld, I was compelled, constantly compelled to put out everything that has to do with like to ward off negativity. So that's what, another confirmation that I believe that something negative is going on around you. So as you can see with the cards here, we have the word healer is the first thing that popped out. Now, you might not believe that you're a healer. Just like when I started my journey, I didn't believe I was a healer either. But healers come in many shapes, forms, and provide services in very many different ways. So, be open to this is what I just heard. So they're saying that, your guides are guiding you where you need to be, and they just please trust and accept divine guidance. They're saying that everything happens for a reason, to trust it. Now, that is, you're probably just thinking like, why does the universe hate me? Like, what's going on? Why do some people have, such easy lives and whatever, but, they're probably not living an authentic life, you know what I mean? So then it came like tower after tower, hour after hour, which again is, like things just keep going wrong for you, or you feel that they're going wrong. But trust me, everything is, there's a purpose for everything. So you're very confused and you just don't know what to believe anymore. So I think you're getting like kind of downloads. I think your guides have been connecting with you, but you're just thinking that it's your imagination. And I'm here to reaffirm for you that no, it's not your imagination, to go with your intuition, because that is leading you to your purpose, to a happier way of being, and that everything happens to teach us, for us to learn something. So sometimes taking a risk is necessary for expanding to take place, and that again is that the lessons, you know what I mean, and taking that risk, like, dream big and then go with that dream. So stay positive even when the world seems against you, which I believe that you feel like the universe is attacking you, but good news is coming, and they're going to give us some more information here. So they wanted me to roll the dice here to see what house that we're dealing with. So we are in the third house. Okay. The third house is all about community and communication. And, I figured communication had something to do with it, just because my throat was acting up when I first started this reading. I had to use a spray to ward it off. See, when I have to deal with like the lower energies, I have to recalibrate, which can cause some interferences for me. So we're going to bring out some messages for you. Now, they wanted me to start with the postcards and set it aside, and we will read this at the end. All right, Spirit, I'm ready if you are. I believe your guides are assisting this reading right now. I can feel a presence on my left side. Ugh. And it's an energy I don't recognize. Here, let me see. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one here. So I don't know what that says. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I would never be able to memorize all that. I would have to be a genius, which, I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. Okay. Let me see here. I keep getting that throat thing. I think you're having a really hard time expressing yourself. And I noticed that there's nothing here. When I was getting that sinus pain, there's nothing on the board that indicates anything about your third eye here. So I think your visions are being blocked in some way. But now I'm going to just explain a little thing to you too, that, that does happen when negative things attack you. And that's probably what's going on. You're probably having some kind of negative energy that's causing a lot of these issues for you, because, the negative energies, they want to keep down people that are highly needed in the universe. They told me I should have looked on the bottom. The bottom. Feast, slow down, and celebrate yourself. Number 29. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat today. I had this issue yesterday. I did a reading yesterday, and it was, again... So this postcard that I pulled out, that I put on top of Healer, it says, you are divine beauty. So I think you're a really special energy that the negative is trying to keep down. They're putting a bunch of obstacles in your way. I think they're getting into your head and creating delusions, I heard. Something lovely will grow from this. Oh, Spirit. I see this sword here too. This is like the truth of God. Villain. You can always rewrite the story. No joke. I've set it right out here, and I wanted to put this one over here on the Healer. Oh my God, look, paint the sun back into your sky. Sometimes taking a risk is necessary to expanding to take place. Look at this. And she's expanding the sun in her life. Stay positive, even the world seems against you. Sorry. Look at this. Which justice is coming. Look, she's got the sword. The sword is in her closet. I keep wanting to show to the left. I've been doing that a lot lately. I really believe that I have a presence that is on my left side when I'm doing these readings, and they're really strong. So I don't know if that's sorry, I don't know if that's your guides, or for some reason I believe it is, because whoa, hold on. It's got a weird sensation in my head here, like a pressure. Almost like this rock here was trying to come down on top of my head. Okay. So something lovely will grow from this. It's funny how I put them. Oh, there's something else too I'm going to tell you that I thought was a little bit odd, and I knew that you were having a really rough time because with this deck here, every time I tried to put it away or just organize it or whatever, it had like I said, there's like probably more than 1,000 of these cards here, and they just kept falling and spewing everywhere, and I was just like, oh man, like this energy is really messy. Like, this person or these people that this reading is for, like, their life must just be like falling apart all the time. And that's when it start coming in about, same shit, different day. So this is something that's been constantly repeating in your world. Notice how she's painting the sign, but she's under the moon. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Yeah, I don't think you believe that these messages you're receiving are actually believable or true. Okay, so I'm going to bring out a few cards here. Whoa, self-love, look at that. Number 3. And the bottom is approval. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. Okay, so self-love, you are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. This is where you're going to change to rewrite that story. I'm going to leave that here. The self-love, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave this one too. I'm going to pull out more oracle decks here to see what's going on before we... Self-love again. No joke, Spirit. Oh my God. Wow. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Let me get my spray again. Spray that right on my throat and clear that mess up. Look, source. You are my source. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows that you are my source. Fill me with confidence and faith, so I know I never have to beg, just gratefully receive. Yeah, I think you're somebody that's been doing a lot of giving, because it comes out on healer here. I think you've been doing so much giving that you're ready to receive, but you have to be in the right position to do that. Sometimes it's really scary to... but see, what happens is the negative creates a lot of fear in us, so that, we don't want to take those risks. But, as soon as we take that risk to go forward into some kind of adventure, and if it's something that you truly love and you desire, dream, it's because your dreams and your desires is your soul speaking to you, and that is your purpose. So if you embrace that, then you're going to be supported by the universe, right? You're going to be you to accept their guidance. The guidance will be there. Divine guidance will be there. And like, Um, okay, I guess it's going to be this one. What's this one here? The bottom. Boundaries. I am entitled to say no. Change me, divine beloved, into one who easily sets boundaries wherever needed. May I feel entitled to say no to any situation that feels bad or wrong. Fill me with divine confidence. Speak through me. Yeah, and I think that's why you're having a hard time with your throat chakra, because you're not setting those boundaries for yourself, which is, denying your soul. Okay. Sorry. I mean, the fact that you have self-love here twice, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Yeah, because right here it's like, you know, um, you can always rewrite your story. I think you've had a lot of villains in your life. Oh my God. Stand in your power, no joke. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. Look at that. Spirit. Look for the signs on the bottom here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring out just a couple more little cards here. Whoop. And I brought out the tarot deck here every day. Oh, Saturn. Light of the teacher. The world. The right action. Just like I was saying here about, sometimes taking a risk. And Saturn is all about time. What's going on here? Look, an Aquarius. Look at that. I aspire. Being you makes you a star. Oh my God, Spirit. That's amazing. Eccentric, unique, visionary. Yeah, and it's funny because I was just thinking about how like Aquarians are, they have that ability to detach. Yeah, you 6th house on the bottom with Virgo, the Hermit, and the Magician. It's all about like everyday life matters. They're splitting it on Pisces, which is the moon. Connect with your guides. Yeah, they brought that up a couple times here. Look, Neptune. Neptune is all about something's trying to block me. Neptune is all about your dreams. It's all about your inspiration, seeing through the illusions. Neptune's also about your spirituality. Time for a spiritual retreat. Okay. Okay. There's enough cards out here. I noticed that they just randomly were putting them here and there, but connect with the divine here. Connect with your guides. Yeah, accept that guidance. They look. They brought out guides 3 times here. They brought out self-love quite a bit. They brought out Aquarius energy twice. And the 3rd house is all about that communication and community. Auric field. It's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. Something will grow from this. And this is what I was talking about earlier about how, I just thought something negative was interfering, and I just had to keep, you know, as you know, I was using the spray and all that, right? So it's this one. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Wow. So you're going to start rewriting your own story. It's up to you to bring this change. Oh my. This is really amazing. Okay, let's put this one here. Companionship, yes. Give someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Okay, I think they want the change over here. Make that change as for the, whoops. Oopsie. Okay. Everything really does happen for a reason. It's really hard to accept or understand that true nature. Look at this. When I was talking about your soul will lead the way, because whatever your heart desires is your purpose. I know the external. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows the true nature of our souls. Awaken me to the knowledge of the external. Let me know my true self as consciousness. Wow, that's that self-love too, right? Sorry. Boy, this is really a balance. Yeah, my needs will be met. And this is talking about when I was talking about earlier about how, like, when you want to take that risky move, but then, the fear, the negative will try to put that fear so that it prevents you from taking that step into your desire. Just know that when you do that, when you take that risk, spirit is always going to be there to back that up, just like I said. So change me, divine beloved, into one who can fully offer my schedule to you so my life can be in balance. Let me take rest, whenever necessary, trusting that one way or another, all needs will be met. I've been having a lot of uh, speaking off today, and I think it's because Mercury is in retro, which causes like a communication issue. Unicorn portal. Focus your light. Listen for a message. No joke, spirit. Because they said that this garden here, that something lovely will grow from this. So when you see this reading, it's going to help change something in you. Cosmic diamond. Spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world. And you even have with the Saturn here, and Saturn is these are for, like, associate with the tarot deck. So with Saturn is like from the world card, and Pisces is like the moon, right? And Aquarius is the star. So, be the star in your own life. And I like how they pull out Aquarius twice. Okay, so they're going to have me pull out a few tarot cards here. And this is from the Everyday Witch deck. Eight of Swords. Yeah, look at that. I think you feel really bound. See the cat trying to knock down this sword, trying to give you, and you get the little songbird here. Little bluebird. Yeah. Same shit, different day. Swords is all about your thinking, right? And this is also about you being feeling like you're bound, or you're stuck, or you're trapped. There's restrictions in your life somehow. It's underneath Four of Swords. It's about resting. Okay. All right, let's see here. You know, with that Eight of Swords, I keep thinking that you feel bound to your job, to your everyday life, to circumstances, just in general. But I think that's why that's why the things keep coming back around and around and around. There's something that keep drawing me to this auric field, though. So there's, yeah, the Hangman popped out here. hmm You know, see how he's got like these locks and chains wrapped around his ankles and his hands, but he's also holding the key. 12 breaks down to a 3 too. So 3, and then this reading's all been about 3. So 3s are very significant for you. If you're seeing 3s a lot, especially 333, that is a reminder that, you know, that they just want to keep, sorry, that's of encouragement of what I was talking about in the very beginning, about how they want you to take action for whatever big dreams, because Aquarian energy is all about big dreams. And I'm going to tell you that I would never thought, you know, 5 years ago or even 3 years ago that I would be doing any of this. Yeah, Three of Swords. It's all about this pain that you're going through that you need to purge out. Okay. Let's just set this aside here and see what we have. Look at that. The Eight of Swords. No joke. The Star. Oh my God, you got the Star with the Aquarius and then the Star again with the Aquarius. So you're definitely a highly evolved individual. Look at that in the Four Swords, the resting. You know, you have like resting here and then you have resting again here. I think the resting is, I don't know if it's not so much for your body, but I think it's more for your mind and your soul. They're trying to have you like trying to balance your emotions or something. You know, with the Three of Swords, right? Yeah, here, like you feel like you're being attacked all the time. You feel like, yeah, because you know what? I'm going to tell you that you probably are being really attacked. You're being attacked by this negative energy here that keeps causing all this heartache. But you know, like they're showing like the Queen of Cups underneath, and then, oh my God, and then the King of Cups right behind it. This is the balancing of all this emotion and the nurturing, because you're a healer. Now, the thing is, back to this, you know, this energy here, that the Seven of Wands that's coming after you, it's to prevent you from taking that risk, like I said earlier. So, you know, try to be mindful of that. Now, I see that there's a journal here, and I think journaling would help you a lot to purge some of that pain that you've been going through. And, you know, also when you do the journaling and you like, I don't know, just live your life for a little bit, and then you go back and you read some of those entries, you'll start to see a pattern. You'll start noticing like, yeah, you'll just definitely see patterns of, you know, and then start realizing, because, you know, they brought out the auric field and I kept talking about the negativity. I kept talking about how you need some kind of protection. So I believe that you need to call in your guides. Now, the thing is, you notice I put this star right on top of like your true nature, um, the villain, to rewrite your own story, about the self-love times two, the star times two. You know, to when you purge all this, you're going to be in a whole different type of energy here. Yeah, you're going to have a whole new beginning. You'll be freed from this. It takes time, though. This is something that you have to work on. Okay, is there anything else here, Spirit? Seven of Cups. These are all your dreams and desires again. These are all the decisions that you need to make and the choices that you have. And there's so many. Like, look at all the choices that you have. But this is something you could definitely do. There's something here about this auric field. They want me to touch something on that. I don't think I've ever read one of those before. Let me see. Is it this one here? I think it's this book. It's number 52, which breaks down to a 7. So you're very spiritual. You maybe you don't realize it, but the universe does. Your soul does. Your soul knows who you are. Your mind, though, is being controlled. All this thinking. But again, I am absolutely sure that there's some kind of negative energy that has been ruling your life for a while that's keeping you and your ego. And your ego is all about trying to protect you, but also it feeds these negative energies. Okay, so yeah, you may be picking up energy that is sticking to your aura and causing you to feel depleted or unlike yourself. It is time to call in and implement energy protection to clear the shield and shield your aura. With the appearance of this card, your guides and angels are coming through to tell you to make energy hygiene a priority now. Just like you need to take a shower to clean your physical body, you also need to clear your chakras and aura on a regular basis. If you have not been doing this consistently, it could explain why you were feeling weak, low on energy, or lethargic. That's why they kept bringing out, with all this resting, because they have resting twice here. And that's why they were saying that it has to balance. You need to balance. Your needs need to be. Okay. You are also being guided to not only clear your auric field, but to shield it as well. There are many ways that you can do this, and one of them is by working with your guides and angels. Call on them for assistance as well as energy techniques to accomplish auric purification and restore energy balance. One great way to do this is through physical exercise or yoga. Drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated is another means of protecting, shielding, and clearing your energy field. The more sensitive you are, the more important it is for you to maintain proper energy hygiene. Follow the advice from your heavenly helpers, and you'll start to feel like yourself again in no time. So there's some questions here that they have, like how can you make your energy hygiene a priority? And what's one thing you could do better right now? And how much water do you drink? Is it enough? And the other one here is, if you need to drink more, how can you start to make adequate hydration a priority? The other thing, too, you can also do is you can buy protection sprays. So if you're, there's different places that sell them, but you can, you can even use holy water in a spritz bottle so that, oh my gosh, I just realized, look at this. I just happened to look over and look at that. I keep trying to show your guides. Look at that. There's number 33 on this card. And number 11, and you have number 11 over here on this card too. 11, it breaks down to 2. And this, look at that. It looks like the spirit. I think that's where they're, breaks down to a 2. So I think that's where they want you to connect. Looking for the signs, pay attention, expect an answer. Because of the 3 spirit. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. So I was saying, like, you can get a spray. So if you're, if you're at work and you're working with negative people, maybe you work with the public. I mean, you can pick up all kinds of yucky things from that. Okay, so they want me to read this here. And then I'm going to close the reading. So, dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it may be. Act as if you are brave and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world, interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or carnivorous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. They don't even These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much, rainbows explode in the ether. Oh my God, Spirit. I have like, oh my God, look at the rainbows. And then look at the rainbows in her hands. And oh my gosh, Spirit. And see here, you can always rewrite your story. Like you just, this has been really beautiful. So I really hope that this is going to help change your perspective on what is happening here. And, really embrace your true gifts and embrace your beautiful dreams because, like they've said over and over, they want to guide you, they want to be here for you, but you have to invite them in and believe in yourself and self-love and all that. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, there's one more card here. Okay, what is this? Okay, here we go. Aries. Yeah. Look in the sun. Wow. See what they want to know here. So you want me to read Aries? Okay. Okay, so for a reading, think of this card as a call to action. No joke, Spirit. Oh my God. Aries is handing you a spark, and it is your job to turn it into a fire. This process should be exciting and positive, so make sure you don't squander this energy on something you aren't 100% behind. If you have been feeling sluggish and uninspired, just know that this is about to change. New opportunities and a burst of energy are heading your way, and they are coming fast. Enjoy these moments of quiet because life is about to be anything but intensity, perseverance, independence, enthusiasm, bossy action. And that Aquarians too are very independent and they persevere and they, oh my God, the intensity of, no joke. Look, an Aquarius is right underneath because the star card is Aquarius. The Aquarius dice came out. The Aquarius came out in this one. This is so funny. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so they want me to read Aquarius just to, I guess they're just trying to prove to you, like, I mean, look how this all like unfolded. So retreating into your own world is what Aquarius wants you to do when it appears in a reading. Too often, we absorb and internalize other people's emotions and neuroses. And they brought out the hangman too. So that's a lot of that going within, that introspective stuff, right? And it's time for you to rid yourself of them. Put your phone on, do not disturb for an entire 24/7 and have yourself a staycation, and to clean your aura too. It'll make you feel a whole much better. The appearance of Aquarius can also mean it is time to loosen up and get a little crazy. You are being given the opportunity to be as out there and unpredictable as you want. If you are someone who always plays it safe, you are being offered a free pass to experiment. Make sure you leap into the water. Now is not the time for waiting. Yeah. Yeah, because if you're a healer, with the auric field that they keep bringing up, you're really absorbing a lot of energy that's not yours. So that's something you're going to have to become very aware of, right? And the sun here, let's see. There's a little blurby here about the sun. I don't know where that is. Oh, here we are. So in a reading, the sun is the most welcome and joyous card in the deck. His radiance and warmth gives us the confidence to be our best selves. From this point on, anything is possible. He reminds us that our best qualities have been there the whole time. We just need the light to shine in our darkest corners. Oh my God. Because a card did come out here about, in my big deck, that talked about seeing things in all the dark corners. And you notice I put it right out here in the middle of all, like where all the self-love and to know the external and the true self, your true nature. Wow, spirit. Okay, too much sun, however, can be dangerous. At times, it can contradict other parts of our nature. It can bleach and scorch them to the point where you may think they may die, but they don't. Life is resilient, and soon little bits begin to regrow. When the sun hurts us, Even when the sun hurts us, we must remember that without it, we wouldn't exist at all. Okay, to throw up some temporary shade when you need relief, but don't hide too long or you will miss the golden opportunity. This is what they were talking about, and I was bringing up the hangman, like how you can go into that and do some introspection, like that's going in and viewing all those emotions, the shadow and the ego and all that, like addressing that, but don't linger there too long is what they're talking about. Okay. And oh yeah, just realize because of the sun here, like paint your own sun. Oh my God, spirit. Okay, I'm gonna close this reading because oh my God. This is so funny. I love this. Okay, so I really love this for you. I hope this really helps you. And with that, I'm going to bid you a good day. I'm going to send you all my love and light. And yeah, I hope this video finds you well. So bye, everyone.